Hi everyone, my name is Kandi Mullen and welcome to day 2 of the 30-day Reiki Self-Care Challenge. If you joined us on day 1, welcome back, and if this is your first day today, well, we're thrilled that you're here joining us. I mentioned in my introduction video when I mentioned that I would be releasing this 30-day series that this is my 15th year anniversary. And I thought I would just give you a little bit of information about my time in practicing. So not only over the past 15 years have I been engaged in daily self-practice, but I also offer healing sessions to others and have received the designation of Reiki Master. In other words, I'm able to teach it to others as well. So I've been teaching it for the past 13 years and offering sessions for the last 14 years. So I wanted to just share a little bit about me, but let's go ahead and talk just a few minutes about the benefits of Reiki and engaging in some personal daily self-Reiki work or self-practice work. If you are managing a condition, or perhaps you are experiencing pain, maybe you're having trouble sleeping, whatever is going on in your life right now, pay a little extra attention as you engage in this practice, personal practice work, to try to notice any maybe subtle shifts or changes in those areas. Now, everybody's experience is going to be a little bit different in what they're feeling or experiencing, or subtle changes that may be occurring. This practice is a subtle practice. It's a restorative practice. It restores balance. It does help us to go from the fight or flight response to the rest and digest. So a couple of things at minimum, oftentimes I'll hear from clients or I'll experience for myself, is the practice helps to improve sleep, and it also helps to improve digestion. So as you continue through the next 28 days, just notice if there's anything that you are experiencing that you'd like to address. See if the practice doesn't help. And I do go over that at the end of our practice time together to note how you're feeling at that time and to keep a journal of it. And that'll help you to understand how you're benefiting from this practice. So again, each day I intend to share a little bit more about Reiki practice just before we get started to practice. So I hope you enjoy today's practice, and I'll see you on that next video. So next, why don't you go ahead and we'll prepare for beginning today's self-care practice. There's a couple of things I'd like to go over with you today before we begin our practice. Have a pen or pencil, notebook, journal, or piece of paper available so we can write down a few words once we complete our practice. Find a quiet room or location with minimal noise or distractions. During practice time, your eyes can be open, gently closed, or closed altogether. And if you fall asleep, that's perfectly fine. Decide whether you want to be seated or lying down, whatever is your personal preference or however you're most comfortable. If busy thoughts come into your mind, just release them by gently saying, "Not now, I let it go, release them now." And focus on your breath. That's the easiest way to bring us back to center and back to our practice. There's nothing to think about, there's nothing to do. If your arms should get tired during our practice time, please rest them and resume practice once you feel ready to do so. We'll be placing our hands 6 different placements, 2 minutes a placement, for a total practice time of 12 minutes. We'll start with the crown of the head. Now I'm just going to demonstrate the hand placements for you at this time. Gently place your hands at the crown just like this. I stack my hands one on top of the other and place it gently on my crown. At 2 minutes, I will announce to move your hands down to your throat. I like to place my fingertips just below the earlobes with the base of my palms touching. The third hand placement will be behind the head with one hand at the base of the neck and the other covering the occipital bone. Fourth hand placement will be right there at the heart, the upper chest area. You can place them in this manner or this way, whatever is your personal preference. Next, we'll move to the lower rib cage, which is going to be just above, about an inch above the navel. And then the final hand placement will be an inch below the navel of the lower abdomen. So with that, let's go ahead and get ready to begin our self-care practice for today. Let's begin with our first hand placement on the crown of the head. Okay, and gently move your hands down in front of the throat. Nice and gentle around the throat. And gently bring your hands behind the head, one hand on the base of the neck, and the other hand on the occipital bone. And now I want you to bring your hands to the upper chest heart area. And bring your hands gently down to the lower rib cage, about an inch above the navel. final hand placement, the lower abdomen, about an inch below the navel. Okay, at this time, I'd like for you to bring your awareness back to your physical form. You can keep your eyes closed if they're closed, and relax your hands. And I want you just to notice anything different, any shift in how you're feeling in this moment. And you might just want to think about how you were feeling just before we started our practice today. Notice any change or contrast. And maybe there's a word or a couple of words that describe how you're feeling now. And let's just sit here for about 30 seconds thinking about that, contemplating how you're feeling in this moment. Okay, fully bring yourself back to your space and back to your physical form. And rub your hands together, wiggle your toes. And if you haven't already done so, please write down today's date or the day, what practice day this is, and how you're feeling, or what word or words you would describe how you're feeling after our self-care practice today. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.